Apothecary Diaries Season 1, Episode 19. Right, he does medium stuff. He does purifying baths and vegetarian meals. Just thinking about Maomao. He's hooked. Bad. It can be tough sometimes. Episode 19, Chance or something more. Interesting.
困ったことが起きた。
困ったことですか？
前に倉庫でボヤがあったら。
Yes, absolutely.
何が盗まれたんです？人に避けた方がいい話題か。
This should be good. This sounds spicy.
細具がなくなったんだよ。しかも一つじゃないらしい。
Were they expensive?
基本は把握しているのでしょ？
それがちょっと前に食中毒になったらしくて。
Very suspicious. The timing of that.
仕事に復帰できねえ状態
Wait, is that the same dude?
困っちまったよ。
That's the Fugu
どこ
dude.
かで聞いた話。
Yeah, we've covered this. The dots are starting to connect.
ボヤと同時に起きた窃盗。倉庫の管理者は同じ時期に食中毒で不在。
Suspicious.
偶然にしては不可解だ。
Yeah, it's so tough though because like you just don't know, but your mind makes the connections. It's hard to like hit that middle line. I mean, it's perfectly possible that it's exactly what it looks like. So there's nothing wrong with suspecting that. But then like, how deep do you go? How much do you allow? It's really easy to get paranoid. This show sort of invites paranoia. Also, because it's a mystery show, it's very possible that some things are put there deliberately because they seem obvious, but they're actually just red herrings. Now my paranoia is manifesting as disbelief. Ultimately, even though I think this is really difficult, there's a strength in having a zero value as a claim, right? Like you just admit you don't know something. What I'm saying is I don't know what's going on right now.
その去年亡くなった管理者はどのような方でしたか？
堅物で有名なおっさんだったのは覚えてるんだけど。
That's a problem if you're trying to rob a warehouse or blow one up.
後年様ではないでしょうか？
That's the one. You're a genius, Maomao.
以前jinshi様から聞いた甘党の堅物交換。
Oh yeah. Oh wait, this is all related. Goes deeper than I thought. Can't be. It's a conspiracy. And it was all to steal ceremonial stuff. For reasons. The smoking pipe, yeah. Is it Lacan's?
上等な品なので。
Maybe this is all a Lacan ploy to get Maomao close to him.
なんかどっかの官女にもらったらしいんだ。
官女にですか？
Okay, so it's the guards. Someone in the court making plans. Why wouldn't he want it back then?
こんな立派なものをもらったらすぐに使いたくなるかもしれませんね。
That feels like a little bit of a reach. The other stuff feels reasonable as a suspicion, but this is a little weird for me. If your whole plan hinges on like you giving someone a pipe and expecting them to light up at that exact moment in that exact spot, odd. There might be something else there.
あらかじめ顔を隠していたのかもしれませんね。
ああ。ただ女にしては上背があって。
Oh, we know that.
薬の匂いがしたそう。
Which medicine? Is it the bitter smell?
薬の匂い。
Immediately.
昇進の感情。
She's been very present lately also.
憶測で物を言っちゃいけないよ。
But it's so much fun. And anyway, if I want it to be true, is it really conjecture? This whole show is conjecture. You're conjecture. I don't think there's anything wrong with speculating. The important thing is the distinction that it's speculation. You know, it's appropriately tagged as conjecture. Then, you know, conjecture to your heart's content. Though, also, I wouldn't say it out loud, just because of the implications. And because this palace is just way too small. I mean, I think it's nearly impossible, or I don't know how to do it, to actually have that zero value. You know, to actually have total emptiness of belief. When it's balanced, I think more accurately what it is you actually do have a belief, but like there's a little bit of a mental check happening where you recognize on a level of abstraction that you could be wrong. So you're sort of overcoming that with like an added on feature. I don't know if humans are capable of like really having zero belief about anything. We're all conjecturing all the time. And it's okay to like have ideas and workshop ideas and even to say ridiculous things, but in a reasoned way where you also have the information conceptually that we're fallible. We've been wrong before, right? So I mean, go nuts with it, Maomao. Don't listen to your father. What has he done for us lately?
さっき挙げた事故や事件の他に何か不可解なことはなかったでしょうか？
It's just all strange incidents all the time. Where to begin?
調べたら何かあるってわけか。
何かあるかもしれません。何もないかもしれません。
Right. Yeah, this is the issue.
その長身の官女に似た人物がいたらどうでしょうか？
Nail in the coffin.
こ
I
れ
got you
で
now.
水霊という官女が浮かび上がったところで。
Right, don't say her name. Yeah, that's wise.
なるほど。お前は見た目によらず。
Wow, two insults at the same time. Oh, poor Jinshi. He's having a hard time.
別に楽しくありませんけど。
What? This is amazingly fun.
俺はこれで。
Poor Jinshi. It's so funny how my perceptions have flipped from being a little bit creeped out by him to just absolute pity, because this is so one-sided. The game was so see-through and so short-lived. I love how the pretense is just evaporated of being, you know, suave and what is it called? The wall slamming thing? Kabudan? That sort of character. It just melted in the gravity of Maomao's indifference, which I think is accurate in how that works. You know, like you're going to try to play it cool. You're going to try to be aloof and do a little push-pull with the person you like. Well, if you are more into it than they are, you're just going to fold. Rare is the person who can actually overcome their emotions and natural instincts for that long if they're invested in something. The person who actually doesn't care is going to be the aloof one. You're not going to win the war that way. Let's be real. Just save your energy. And that poor Jinshi's just like lovesick. And that makes it worse. When you're in that place where you're lovesick and the other person's unaffected, you're more lovesick. They seem even more god or goddess-like. How could it be that they're so fine all the time, that they're so powerful when I'm suffering this deeply? You're not going to like should yourself into being something better than what someone is naturally.
私に話を聞きに来ただけのようです。今回の話、
He also gave me a pin.
ジンス様にも関係がないとは言い切れない。
Well, that also is conjecture.
詳しくお話ししてもよろしいでしょうか。
Please, just talk to me. Notice me, Maomao.
他にも仕掛けてある可能性があると。
断言はできませんが、
Stands to
これ
reason.
も事件か事故か判断のつかない案件ばかり
But
です。
if there is something in
まだ
motion,
偶然が重なっただけの可能
seems
性も捨てきれ
reasonable
ま
to
せ
think
ん。
that things will continue to be in motion.
乗り気ではないのか？
乗り気？
She is.
言われた仕事を行うだけです。
A little bit of separation. There's that wall again. There is no love inside of me, etc.
こういう名だったんだが。
Ox Bizarre. Bizarre.
薬の一種であり牛の胆石。1000いるうちの1頭しかないとされる薬の最高級品。
This is a real thing?
嘘じゃないだろうな。
For an Ox Bizarre.
いるか？
Yes, I think she's excited. If Jinshi were perverse, I actually think Maomao's affections would be pretty easy. She can't hide her weaknesses. It's plants and oxbizors and poison. And like a place to grow plants. Not 5 seconds ago, she was talking about her place. Now she's crawling on Jinshi's desk.
失礼しました。
How embarrassing.
やる気になったようだな。
Just a
本当
little.
にいただけるのでしょうか。
仕事次第だ。
Oh no, here's the leverage. He is using it. Please don't use it for evil.
レーブとは確か教育や外交を司
Look at her
る部署だ。
reading. She's actually studying her lady stuff.
患者の試験勉強を真面目にしてい
Yeah,
れ
here we
ば
are again. Could have saved the time. That's how that works. If you'd just done it right the first time. You were in such a rush to get it done. You thought you were smarter than everyone else and could create a shortcut. I'll have this done in 5 minutes. Only idiots study this for 1 whole month. And the net result is you end up studying it for 10 years. Learning a language takes 3 years. I'll have it done in 3 months. Fast forward 10 years. But anything for Ox Galbao.
これはどんな感触ですか。
おああ、これは祭事を司っている。
There it is again, the ceremonies. What is the ceremony stuff? Is it emperor coronation?
偶然に見せかけられたこれらの事件が重なり合う必然が起こる場所があるはずだ。
Does seem that way, yeah.
ここまで手をかけて盗んだ細具が使わ
For
れると
what
すれ
though?
ば
And what are the ceremonial tools? I feel like that's a very important piece of information.
いつ行われるのか全て調べた方がいい
And
な。
what ceremonies and why
そう
ceremonies?
いえば人種様
And
も
yeah,
よく
Jinshi
見そ
also
ぎをしていた。
does ceremonies. Could also be a assassination.
毎回柱を下ろして祝いの言葉を足していくんだ。
お詳しいのですね。
Seems like he really likes it.
こちらに飛ばされてしまってね。
It's their loss.
天井から柱をぶら下げるだろ。
It's a nice
それが大き
pillar.
な
It
ものだ
would
から
be a shame if it fell on someone
強
important.
度について進言したらこんな場所に飛ばされ
Oh,
てしまったんだ。
that's maybe what it was. Okay, we're just conjecturing now. Was it that he talked back to his superiors, or was it that he was asking the wrong questions? How deep does this conspiracy go? Pretty deep, probably.
天井から柱が落ちてき
Seems
た。
like terrible design.
一番危ないのは真下にいる。
Yes.
作り直す。すみません。この会場で次に祭事が行われるのはいつです
Someone's
か
in great danger. Oh, maybe that's why Lacan wanted that information? Maybe to make the tool that would burn or melt in the light so that it comes crashing down? Maybe Lacan is the ringleader here. I mean, we did see him at the site of the explosion.
ああ、ちょうど今日だな。
What a coincidence. That's crazy.
予想が正しければ、これは長い時
This is
間を
very
かけて練
dangerous
ら
for
れた
Maomao
計画のは
because
ず。
unless there's evidence that there's a plot, unless she warns them and it literally comes crashing down right then, like let's say she prevents everything from happening, well then there maybe is no evidence that it would have happened. So she just looks crazy, and if there are malicious actors, she alerts them to her presence and her threat. This is sort of putting it all on the line. You know, like actually I think what a lot of people will do in this situation is just say nothing, realistically. And Maomao says she doesn't love. I don't know, it's not exactly what she meant by that, but I feel like it's connected. I think if this is her value set, then she loves. Maybe she just doesn't love herself.
一つ一つは確実じゃない。でも、いくつも仕掛けることで、どれかが
Some
重なり合
assassination
う。
redundancies. Who is that? Is it Jinshi?
その予想が的中していたと
It's
したら
worth checking this out. I mean, if you're wrong, it's a good thing, though risky for you. This is breaking all sorts of rules. Oh, for a second I was expecting her to like juke him.
祭司に口を出す気か。
Yeah, especially for someone
こちら
so
はた
concerned
だの
with
下女で
rank
何の権力も持た
and
ない
blending in. It was never an option.
何か起こった後では遅い
This is a real test of what she values.
のつかないことはいつもそうだ
That comes from a place of real experience and knowledge.
投書箱に
If someone dies, it'll be on your head then. Say this really loudly.
あの祭壇には
Was discovered. It'll be on you. You'll be responsible for the death of whoever is there.
もしか
You're
してそう
involved?
いうことですかなるほどあなたは私を邪魔して
This guy is innocent. This is sort of a lot to deal with. He's just blindsided by this. Oh my god! That wasn't the reaction I expected. That was way too much, man. That was totally uncalled for, no matter what. Holy crap. Did a fight just break out?
こんな小娘にあんな物言いをされたら腹が立つだろ
Oh
う
yeah.
わざとそう仕向けたのだから仕方ない
Create a commotion. This dude is an animal.
まだ気を失うわけにはいかない
Is that all you got?
気は済みましたが
Terrifying.
何か起きたら飛ぶのはあなた方の首ではありませんか
Yes, I think this is the tact, right?
偶然ネズミが入ったとでも言ってそれなら飛ぶのは私の首だけで済む
Really
でしょ
risking it all. This is such a dramatic example of one of the major conflicts for Maomao between just her ability and her beauty, inner beauty, how special she is, how much she has to contribute, and the recognition that the more she blooms and the more she exposes herself, the greater danger she's in. I think that maybe the love thing last episode is maybe an extension of that also. You know, like to open yourself up to really caring about someone and loving someone and also allowing yourself to be loved for who you are, which means showing who you are. You risk being hurt through betrayal or abandonment or whatever. And then there's the palace element of it, of like, this is a really dangerous world, especially for a female servant. And she states that that's important to her, right? She states that her goal is survival, but she has something so much more than that that just pulls her in that direction. And it becomes very clear what is her underlying North Star in moments like this, because this is not easy. This is above and beyond. She's literally willing to throw away her own life. Her only saving grace here is that she has good connections that outrank these servants.
では私の言葉ならどうだい
No thanks. I'll take the beheading. It would be crazy and a little bit hard to believe, but not impossible that this was all part of the plan, that this was the plan.
怪我をしているじゃないか
This dude needs to go. I don't think this is like good guard behavior. I don't care about the times or whatever. It doesn't make any sense.
誰がいるのか見たくも
You
ない
already know.
こんな測ったようなタイミング
Right,
で
yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? This is some real good chess, if so. Pinned on both sides.
青春様にでも頼んで全て終わったらゆっくり弱みをさせてもらおうその前に首をはねられないようにしないと
One thing at a time, I guess. Yeah, the heat, maybe the candles will melt the metal, but it's Jinshi. Probably Jinshi. An assassination attempt on his life. Use your words. You can run and... Yeah, it is Jinshi. Wow, it is real. You really do care. That's crazy. This, thankfully, saves her. It's terrible that that's what it takes, but that looks bad.
追わなきゃ
Yeah. It's okay to black out now.
なんでこんな状況になっている
Someone tried to kill you
紳士さ
in a
ん
very complex plot.
ごをいただけますか
Oh my god. You can have all of the Oxbazaurs. That looks
どうし
painful.
たんだその顔は
Someone's getting beheaded, but it's not me.
そんな顔をしている
Deep
のは
concern and horror, which is appropriate. This is horrific in like so many ways.
先に
You need to black out. Yeah, good night. You're in shock.
しっかりしろ
That's a very
No,
alarming image.
おいおいしっかりするんだおい
I think the ceremony is canceled. Man, people in the palace are really going to be talking about this one. It's a big day. What is Lacan's angle here, though? I guess just getting leverage? I helped you? I don't know. It's confusing because this lends itself to a natural suspicion that he created this plot to kill Jinshi, but he also played a hand in preventing it, which is conflicting. I guess along that vein of thought, there are two options. One is that he just wasn't involved in the assassination attempt, and he just saw it as an opportunity. Or the assassination attempt was some just crazy roundabout way to connect with Maomao, to do her a favor. Alright, well, I'm not the best at reading anime expressions, but he does seem a little bit surprised. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're great. Why risk it? This is a huge wake-up call. This is not a game. This is like a declaration of war. I feel like there's sort of no way that Maomao can be an actual servant in her daily reality. I mean, she'll still be a servant technically, but she just saved his life from an assassination attempt, and she foiled the assassination attempt using her intellect. And Jinshi now knows there are people probably trying to kill him. That takes priority, right, over everything else for him. We lock this down to our small little household, and we try to figure this out. I think Maomao just became more of an ally. And look at that, her conjecture saved lives. That seems like a statement on that whole idea, at least for now. You know, we've moved the pieces forward in our exploration of this idea. This is really fun. It feels really cool that all these pieces are coming together. You know, it's all been there, and you feel it building. There's been that anticipation. To have it actually come to a head, very exciting. Really good stuff.